Okay, hope I'm audible now. Switching between mic and headphones. Uh, that time I faced these issues. Okay, no worries. Hope I am audible now to you all. And let's get started. So I was going through Shashang messages and find it bit funny. Okay, yeah, long back, Shashang. Welcome back to Code with NM. Okay, so let's begin. It's because today's topic is very vast, and I don't want to spend more time on running here and there in bush. So let's start. Hello. Welcome to Code with NM, and I'm Nilesh Maurya. I'm an educator and a software engineer, and I'm on a mission to make you market-ready software engineer. And today's topic is about OOPS in Python, which is basically object oriented programming system. S stands for system. So let's jump on to the roadmap first, what we are going to see in object oriented programming in Python, and then we will start going through each and every topic. Okay, so I've planned this accordingly, and how I've planned this is into 10 concept. Each and every concept is much more importance because we are going to touch what is object oriented programming, then what is class, what is objects, what is inheritance, encapsulation, methods, polymorphism, properties inside a class, and of course at the end we will see a mini project, and which is much more important. In this project I have designed in a way that it is a real world example. Like many platform you can see xyz examples, but I don't want to go with that. Learning real things is much more important while learning programming. So how I've programmed this is a complete roadmap of oops, that we will create a code with nm institute. Later you can rename it whatever you want to learn oops in Python. And of course, this is a story driven series. This 10 topics inside oops are story driven. So it will be much more easier for you all to understand this. And overall, there are 10 concept. And at the end, the mini project is full student management system. So ultimately, we will be creating a full student management system. Okay. So before jumping into the code and explanation and complex part, uh, just how many of you was already knowing what is oops and already know about classes and the other topic like encapsulation, inheritance, properties, object? If you know it, in comment section you can say yes or else no, because this complete oops in Python will be an interactive section. I will be asking few questions in between and you need to answer it. So with that, there is two things which will be clear, that you are paying attention, and second, you're getting the topic. That's what's the main focus of learning live. Learning live is all about clearing the concept right away, right there. So I will wait for a few seconds and wait for your all reply, and then we will start with concept one, which is class. Me, but yes, self confused many times. Okay, no worries if you are confused in classes and object and overall the oops concept. Today it will be cleared because this is a concept. The syntax will be different in other programming language, but the concept, the working and everything is exactly same in all the programming language. If you understand the concept, syntax is just you can learn in within 2 to 3 days. And of course, then you know, oops. And why this is important? Because it simply in if you are looking for a job, if you are in college or last year you are going to on job hunting, then this is a first thing the interviewer will be asking you, of course. So this is important for you, but in programming world it is important because we use oops concept every now and then while time of uh, programming or creating an application and so on. So this is important. And hope the roadmap is clear and other things are clear. So let's jump on to the first concept, which is class. Okay, now what is class? The first question, for example, let's do this in a story driven series. Like I have created 10 topics and we will be seeing a student management system, and with this story we will understand the complete oops concept. Okay, so first thing in object oriented programming is class. So the first question arise in the mind is, what is class? So class is nothing but a blueprint. Class is a blueprint, or you can say it's a template. It's a blueprint or a template that defines the structure and behavior of an object. What is object? Like we will be seeing in the next topic after class, but understand what class is. So class is nothing but it's a blueprint or else it's a template. I'm just giving you the example to understand it better. So what it does, it's define the structure behavior of an object. Think of it as architecture plan of a building. For example, a basic plan of a building that it has an ground level, and if it is a 10 story building or 12 or 15, it is a basic structure. Like in building we have a reception area, of course, gaming zone, pool area, meeting rooms, and how the structure of the house is we have a living room, kitchen, bedroom, master bedroom, XYZ. So this is a blueprint, and every building follows this blueprint. So that's what our class is all about. It's an architecture plan of a building. In example, the plan itself is not a building. Understand, the blueprint itself is not a building. It's a architecture layout of that building. So what will be the building? Object will be the buildings. We will see in the when I will be coming on to the object. Okay, but every building means every object constructed from the share of the same design. For example, every object will be built, will be created from this class only. Which class? In our case it's class student. And see what I have written here is blueprint for every student at Code with NM Institute, because the story is about creating a Code with NM Institute. Simple. Meantime, I will be jumping onto the live chat to see anyone has any doubt, and so be patient with me at that time. Okay, understood now what is blueprint. And here what I have done, I will be having a boilerplate, means half code, and we will be completing that code live only and seeing the output and understand the topics. So let's complete this. We have a class student, and here I've written in comment empty for now. We will be filling this step by step, of course. So right now I'm not creating anything inside the class, so I will be just having this student class been created, no properties, no methods, nothing inside it, simply class. So I need to come out this class, means my interpreter will see, okay, class student, it will go inside it. So there is nothing inside, it should come out. So that interpreter should come out. We will use pass over here, and let's create uh objects. I'm not creating it, so let's directly print student and let's see what will be the output. So here we are directly printing the class itself, and also we want to see the type of the student, what type of for example it is an integer or string, or what type of it is. We know it's a class, but let's see with the type function help, and let's save it and once I run it, I hope my terminal is visible. If not, let me maximize this. And this is the code in front. Okay, so here you can see class means student. So student, it's ultimately class, and I have already just commented the output over here. And what is the type of the student? The type of the student is class itself. You already know, we have created it. Okay, this is how you can check the type of any variable or class. So variable we have already seen in other lives, previous live I mean, and here we can also directly print the class itself. Understood what is class? It's very simple, very basic. It's just a blueprint, and with the help of this blueprint we can create ample or n numbers of object. For example, it's a blueprint of a building, and we can create n numbers of blueprints, n numbers of building with the help of that blueprint. Simple. Okay, so if this is clear, I will be jumping on the object. Let me quickly jump onto live chat. Okay, up till now there is no doubt. If there is any doubt, ask me right away, right there. In between I will be jumping on the live chat, because this topic is much more important, and if you are not getting anything over here, you just clear it out right away. Okay, so the next topic is object. Means we have the blueprint. For example, if you are thinking of constructing your own house on your own land, so first thing first is you will go and hire an architect, and with the help of that architect, he will design your house. So what he will design or she will design, architect will design the blueprint of the house, and with the help of that blueprint, the civil engineers or interior designer, and of course the architect in charge, they will create your house. Okay, so we have created our blueprint, that is class student. Now we will be creating the building itself, means object itself. So let's jump onto the object and see what object is all about and how we can create object out of class. Okay, okay, so here uh, this is a concept 2, and because this is a student management system, I will be taking two examples. So in our example, I will be using Rahul and Priya, which joins our code with NM Institute. So here you can see the same class and the same code pass, and here we need to create the two objects. Okay, and here are a few things that I will be explaining you in few seconds. So this is class, which is clear. We have already seen this class in our first class.py file. This is the same code. Now how to create objects? So first thing first, let's understand what is an object. So an object, or it's known as an instance. Object, or it's known as an instance, is a concrete realization of a class. What it is? It's a concrete realization of a class. Means there is a blueprint on a paper or in your mind that I will be planning this, I will be doing this, and I will be doing that. This is a class. You're thinking of doing something is a class, and you're actually doing it is an object of that class. Understood? Your planning is a class, and you are actually implementing or implemented your plan is ultimately the object of that class of your planning. Understood? Okay, so here in our case, if student is a blueprint, means for example here we have a student, this is a class, means ultimately it's a blueprint. Then in our case, Rahul and Priya are two real students. Rahul and Priya are two real student created out of this blueprint, which is student. I hope this is very much clear. Rahul and Priya are the concrete realization, or else they are two real student which have been or had been, and now I will be creating with the help of this class. Clear what is object in definition? Let's see the code now. Okay, so how we will be creating an object out of a class? It's very simple. Let's name Rahul equals to, and let me switch to comment section also meantime. Yeah, and let's call student. So this is one object, one real student has been created with the help of our class student, and the second will be Priya, and we will be doing same thing. Done. This is very simple. Now two objects has been created. Here is one question for you all. Is, as you can see, the code is same. Line number 8 and line number 9 is exactly the same. So is Rahul is equals to Priya? I will wait for a few seconds and let's see how many of you can answer this. My question is, the code is same. Line number 8 and line number 9 is same. So that ultimately means, is Rahul and Priya is same? Let's see how many of you can answer this. And don't be shy to answer. You should make mistakes. That's how I also learn. I have made many mistakes while during the course when I was doing my computer science engineering. I made many mistakes. That's why I learned it. No, both are different, but reference to same. Okay, one answer is from Shashank. He says both are different, but the reference is same. Okay, we will talk about reference later. But his answer is no, both are different. And let's wait for others' reply also. Meantime, I will complete the code. I will print Rahul and Priya, of course. And here P should be capital, or else I will just make sure in variable all the naming things and should be small only. Okay, so Shashank, your answer is right. Yes, both of them are different, but reference to the same, that is, can you explain it on more? You're saying reference in term of what type of reference you're talking about? I know I understood what you are addressing, but it's for others to understand your answer. So good. And first answer, the first answer by Shashank, which I asked is both are same, and he says no, both are equal. So clap for Shashank. I like to appreciate who answer it appropriately and correct. Of course, his answer is very much appropriate. It's direct. Appropriate means direct. No, they are different. Khatam. Understood? Okay. So let's clear the console, save it. What do you think first Raul will print? Because we have nothing inside the student. Of course, do you think Priya will be printing the same? And the third thing what I already asked is, Rahul is Priya means it's simply Python. In Python you can do equals to, or you can also do means double equals to, or else you can do is also, because Python is an English driven language. So let's see, it donates the same class, but we can access object from both. Perfect. Oh, beautiful answer. From I think from last 6 to 7 months, Shashank is coming onto my live, and I can see he's progressing well in his software engineering journey. So well done, Shashank. Your answer is appropriately right, and let me execute, and then I will be explaining to others what all this is all about. For here is basically you need to understand how object is being created with the help of class. So line number 8 and 9. This is in Python. We created an object, and then we will understand the other stuffs. Okay, let me execute the code. So you can see that's what he was addressing was reference. Reference means here after at. This is the reference. What is this reference? Reference in the memory. What is this reference? Reference in the memory. So there is a temporary space created in the memory for Rahul, and there is a different space, memory space created for Priya, and that memory space is known as reference. So they both have different references. If you see up till this D, exactly the same, but after D, Rahul is 886E0 and Priya is 83690. So the references mean the space allocated by our interpreter for this Python program for Raul and Priya are different. That is why they are different, although they have been created by same class. Understood? And this is very important question because interviewer will always pinpoint on this. They will ask you to create more than 2 objects of the same class and they will ask you this question. So appropriate answer is no, they both are different, but the reference to the same class, but their memory allocation means memory address is also different, and because due to that memory address they are completely different. We will talk about data later. Sir, I know Python very well, but can you give me a path? Cause I am interested in ethical hacking. Sir, I know Python very well. Okay, same thing. Yeah, I will be giving you the path for that. Let's not disturb this complete live flow. You can connect with me on Discord. There is a link in the this live comment section. You can scroll up and join the Discord. There I connect personally one-on-one with each other. Recently, today I just want to share with you all those who are there in the live that today at 12 p.m. IST, I connected with one of the learners from you all, and I did a career guidance to him. So he was looking for a job in data analyst, and I had a 1 hour session with him and guided him what technology, what project he needs to do, what he needs to learn, what he needs to improve. He already know a few stuffs in data analyst, so I guided him very well. So he is now onto it, and he was stated the same thing that he has done courses from X and YZ from here and certification, but didn't land up in the job because on YouTube ample of people are teaching, everyone is teaching, but nobody is guiding you all that this is the roadmap, follow this ultimate roadmap and get yourself placed. Nobody is doing that, so I am doing that. So make sure you join the Discord and I will connect with you one on one personally, means in person. Okay, no worries, no worries, no need to apologize. This is the live session is all about. Okay, so understood why Rahul and Priya is different, although they have been created from the same class because their memory address are different. Now the other things might the data will also be the different. So if you have a two container and both of them are, one is a red container, one is green container. Think of this. So both container is different, although they will be holding a same pack of biscuits. So data can be same, but the reference address means the memory address can be different, and that's what these two variable are completely different. Variable means the object. Hope it's clear how to create an object out of class and why these two objects are different because their memory address is different. This is the ultimate answer. Understood? Now I also try to print and compare them, and it's clearly says false. They are distinct object. Why they are distinct, I've already explained you. Okay, if this is clear, let's jump onto the next topic, which is init. And in Python it is init, but in other programming language it's something else. So let's jump onto the init part. Okay, so let me open that file too. Let's clear the console. Now, what is init? So already we have just started with our journey of creating our own code with NM Institute. So how institute or classes or college works? They have teachers, they have students, and how student enrolls, they fill up the admission form. So here in our story, init is admission process. It's not a form, it's an admission process. There's a difference between form and process. I hope you understand this. So what is init itself? In English definition, init is nothing but in other programming language, it's a constructor. In Java or any other programming language, it's constructor, but in Python, it's known as init. So init is nothing but a Python constructor. And what is the speciality of this constructor? Constructor is a special type of method. Why it is special? Because it called automatically. It is called automatically. When it is called automatically? When student is invoked. Now what is the student? The student is the class, and when the object, this is the object Rahul, we are creating the object over here. Rahul is the object of class student, and when the object is being created, at that time this init means constructor will be automatically invoked. Understood? This is the easiest definition of constructor. So according to our story, sir, give me example. You have given me the definition and I understood it, but how this definition will be fitting here in the admission process? I will give you the real case scenario. In our case, we are having two students like Rahul and Priya. So let's understand this with the help of Rahul and Priya. So when Rahul arrives at the reception, understand this in a story format. Rahul arrives at the reception. So what the lady or the men sitting at the reception will give, they will give the admission form to Rahul to fill. And what that form will consist, name, age, and what course Rahul wants to do. That form filling process, is nothing but this are init or constructor in Python. I hope you all got it. Just a second, I need to switch to the chat. I can earn rupees by learning data analyst. Okay, and the answer to sir. Yeah, I am answering that. One question I have: can we make classes without init? Not possible. Yeah, you can create another programming language because it's by default. You can the init will be revoked. You can also do it in Python. I will give you the example. Okay, can I earn rupees 30,000 per month by learning data analyst? By learning, you won't earn it. After learning, if you are utilizing your data analyst skill set or you have been placed in MNC as a data analyst, of course not just 30,000, you can earn more than that. For an example, in Bangalore, I'm not sure where are you been right now in India, but majority MNCs means IT sector is in Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. So here in southern India, they usually the starting salary of data analyst is 8 to 10 lakh of rupees per annum. I'm talking about per year, so you can do your maths. I'm 18 years old. See, age doesn't matter in programming world. You should have a proper graduation degree, means you should have a degree, you should have a skill set. If you want to go into data analyst, data science, ML, you should have a skill set, you should have a proper degree, and you should have done few projects on data analyst or data science, whatever you want to get yourself placed. That's it. Age doesn't matter. Then don't come and ask me that, sir, I am 60 years of old, can I? Of course 60 years is the retirement age, but age doesn't matter in MNCs. Career gap matters. If you're working for 3 years, then you took a gap of 3 years, 5 years, that matters. Freelancing. Okay, in freelancing, see, this is now you're jumping into different world only. How this freelancing works? Do you have any client? How do you showcase yourself that you are very good in data analyst? Have you done any realistic projects? What is freelance? Shashank, for example, there are two routes. I am highly educated, you are also educated, and the person asking is also educated. So what educated person do? They graduate from the college and we do internship, we look out for a job. So this is a job route. The second route is doing a freelancing. They also called themselves as I am doing a business on my own, and in their business there is only one employee, and that is they are the only one. So freelancing means if I want to work for Monday to Thursday for 3 years, I will work for that 3 years to Monday to Friday, Monday to Thursday, and rest of the day I will be enjoying my life. This is known as freelancing. Means whenever I want to work, wherever I want to work, I can do. That is freelancing. But the issue over here is freelancing is not that easy. You need to build your client. You need to build your client database. You need to have a reference work. So I suggest you, before doing a freelancing, first go get yourself placed in MNC, work for 3 to 5 years, get how MNC works, how the business of MNCs is been running, how actual data analysts work in MNC, get those knowledge, and then jump into the freelancing world. If I want to earn 30K per month, then from your POV, which skill should I learn? It completely depend on what type of freelancing you want to do. As you suggest data analyst, then you need to have Python, you need to have Excel, you need to have Tabular, you need to have SQL. These are the basic requirement of MNCs for a data analyst. And it's just not about this skill set. See, programming language is just a skill set. You need to develop the mindset also to think like an data analyst. You should be thinking like an data analyst. If you see a random numbers or bank accounts numbers or any numbers, you should identify the pattern between those numbers, the pattern between those datas. If you aren't able to identify those patterns, your mindset is not all about. The skill set is different. Learning skill set, you can learn anything in 6 months, not just data analyst, data science, ML, AI. You can learn this in 6 months to 1 year. But what about the mindset of data analyst? Talk about any other skills other than data analyst. So you want to go into software engineering, I can talk about front end, I can talk about back end, I can talk about ample of things. But in world of software engineering, because I am a software engineer, other than that I can't talk about, because I don't have proof, I haven't worked on those. Yes, AI engineer is also an option, but you need to know mathematics well. You need to know Python inside out, advanced Python I'm talking about, not the simple Python that you all, I think you all know Python a bit. If not, you are learning here, but simple Python won't help you out. And first thing, being an AI engineer is not that easy. You need to know data science. You need to know data, then mathematics, graphs, and much more things. Because if you are thinking using a chat gpt API in your application, calling yourself an AI engineer, then you are on a wrong track, my friend. AI engineer is the one who creates that chat gpt. Okay, let's come back to the topic, or else other those who are here to learn, they will see, okay, what is going on. Okay, uh so I was on init, and I've already explained init is an admission process. Let me repeat myself for others to get fresh and get back to this topic. So init is a constructor which invokes automatically when object is created of that class. Okay, so this is a class student, and inside student there is an init, means this is a special method known as constructor, and it's automatically invoke when object has been created. Done. So this is init. Okay. I will answer your all question back once I complete this init topic. Okay, let me just complete this topic and then I will get back to you all. So let's complete. Uh, uh, just bear with me for a few seconds. I will answer you. Just let me complete this init topic and then I will be answer you. So according to my POV, what skill you should will be doing. Okay. Give me just few seconds. Okay. Okay. So let's create a few things, and I will be explaining you what is self. So this is an admission process, and in admission process, the first thing a student fill in the form is their name, their age, and we will take a course, a basic simple example, their name, their age, and course, of course. And I will be explaining you what is self. So bear with me for a few minutes. And self dot name, I will be explaining you all thing, what is self and why I'm using this dot, why I'm using age and age. Just let me complete the code, and here we will be only concentrating about init, means that is a constructor itself, because the next topic is self only. And course. Okay, so this is our uh, special method, which is constructor, is completed. Now what we are saying here is the student, those who are filling the form, needs to fill their name, age, and course. So student means in our case it's Rahul and Priya, and they are calling the class. And now inside the class they need to pass their name. So Rahul, they need to pass their age, and age is a number, so it doesn't go inside double quotes. And the course, Rahul is interested in learn or to learn as Python. Let's jump onto the Priya, and her age is 20, and Priya is interested to learn data science. Done. So I've created a class, and then I've created constructor. I've also created the object with the class, and also pass the three required parameters of our constructor. Simple. So now let's print only Rahul's name and the course he is interested. To do so, we need to call Rahul, which is our object, and dot name. I will explain you all this. Just let me complete the code, and we will do same for Priya dot name, and of course Priya dot course. Let's save it and execute it, and you can see Rahul Python Priya data science, and that's what we commanded our Python code to print. Okay, so this is the complete code, and here we only need to concentrate over the init function. We need to learn about constructor. So what constructor do is a special type of function. I've already shared my Discord link. I will reshare it again. Done. It is in the live comment box. So constructor is a method, and method is all about two things. There is a default method which doesn't have any parameter inside it. This all name, age, course is known as parameter. And there is a parameterized method or a function, if you already aware of. So these are the parameters: name, age, course. And this parameters we need to ask from end user. For in our case, Rahul and Priya are the users, and here we are passing their data inside class as a parameter. Why there is no function? Because this automatically, the student, once you call student, once you create this object of the student, which is class, it by default trigger our default constructor, default method, and then it asks about age, course, and name. So we have passed this, and then we try to access the name and the course. So object is already been created to access the property, the element of the object. So what are the elements of the object? Simple. Here are the element of those object, means name, age, and course are the element, means the property of the objects, and we will be seeing those. I have already created a file property.py, and there we will be seeing what this property is all about and how to create it. So I won't talk about more here. We will be seeing that in later part. So to access those property, we need to have object, because for what object I'm trying to access name. So for Rahul, I'm trying to access name. For Rahul, I'm trying to access course. So simply Rahul.name, Rahul.course. Done. It's that simple. And we have printed successfully. How this works is, here Rahul goes inside this class, inside this constructor, and here this comes to here. Now what is cell.name? In the next file only I will be explaining you what is self. Okay, I hope init is clear, constructor is clear, what is the code of the constructor, how to access, what to declare. If any doubt, you can comment in the live chat. Meantime, I will answer this. Okay, so from your point of view, what skill should I learn so that I can achieve my goal? I hope your goal is to be a data analyst. Yes, let me quickly scroll up and see. Yeah. So your goal is to be a data analyst, or to earn 30K per month, or to earn 30K by being a data analyst. Just comment this fast and I will be answering you. meantime, for you all, remember this or by heart this. Init means our constructor never returns a value. Its only job is to set up the object state. So these are the states. Name, age, and course are the state, are the properties of the object and it will never return a value. What is this returning a value? We will be seeing when we will jumping onto the methods. But for now, for time being, just by heart this. Okay, are you there? What's your name? Kaushik. Kaushik, are you there? Then you can answer. What are you looking for? Are you looking for to earn 30K or to be a data analyst or to earn 30K by being a data analyst? There are three questions. Just clear that and I will answer it, or else I will move on to the next topic. Okay. Meantime, if he replies, I will check the live chat. Let's jump on to the next topic. So the next topic is all about self. Because once I started this in it, I'm just doing self. Now, what is this self? We need to understand what's the importance of self over here. So let's jump onto the self itself. Okay, self. So simple, what is self? Self is a reference to a specific instance. What is instance? Means our object is instance. So object, or the other name for object, is an instance. So self is a reference to a specific instance. Here in our case, Rahul is a specific instance, Priya is a specific instance. Calling the method. So they are calling a method. Now you will ask, what is the method name over here? So there is no method name over here, is because this student have a constructor, and constructor invokes by default. Constructor is a method. How I know constructor is a method? For an example, if I want to create some other method, so I will be creating def fun. So here my method name is fun, and if I need to call this fun on Rahul, I need to do some other stuffs. I can't directly say student and parenthesis Rahul 21 Python. I can't do this. But why in our case it is possible? Because this init is a constructor. It is a method which calls automatically when you call student. That's why this is possible. Understood? So what is self? Self is a reference to a specific instance calling the method. It ensures that Rahul.name, ensure that Rahul.name and Priya.name, or else Rahul.course and Priya.course, are stored separately and never confused. Understood? What is the importance of this self? If I create 10 students and we passed 10 students data, name, age, and Python, our class, because it's the only one blueprint, and with the help of blueprint we are creating 10 buildings. So here class is a student blueprint and we are creating 10 objects, means 10 student with the help of this class. So Python interpreter or our program won't get confused that this self.name belongs to Priya or belongs to Rahul. That's why this self came into picture, and it help us to store Rahul.name, Priya.name or XYZ.name store separately, and our program never get confused. Hope what is self you understood now. Even though both objects come from the same class, they are coming from the same class. Yes, they both are coming from student only, but with the help of self, they both are stored separately. Understood? What is self? What is the important self hold? This was the easiest and simplest definition of it. If you understand this, so let's now code self. Let me just quickly jump onto the live chat if any doubt or queries. If you have any doubt on init, let's clear it out, or else self definition, let's clear it out, because I'm jumping onto the code of self thing, and I will be giving the example of the story we are started the code within an institute. Like we have already seen that init is an admission process. That what is self? So self is each student has own data. Why we use class function can do the same. Why we use class function can do the same. Okay, I think you're asking about constructor because your question is not clear. Why we use class function? You're asking two questions. There is comma. Why we use class function? Comma can do the same. Okay, you are saying, okay, understood. The comma is after class. Why we are using class? That function, with the help of function, we can achieve the same. Yes, I think your question is this. He is asking that using function, we can achieve this all. Why we are using class over here? So, the good example is, I don't want to override my code. How do I override my code? By creating same class again and again, same thing again and again. I can do all this inside one class, and then with the help of that class and object, I can do n numbers of stuffs, creating different functions. When you run your Python code, it will load each and every function inside your memory. And why class is benefiting us? Because class only creates objects and called function when objects need. For just simple example, let's take in our example only, we created student. Does student utilizing any memory? No, unless and until you create objects. Once you create objects, once with the help of object you pass anything, you pass data, with the help of that object you call any function or method inside that class, then only it will utilize your memory. If you create 10 function outside the class, all the functions should be rendered, should be compiled, or should be interpreted and load in the memory, then only you can use it. But this is the benefit of object oriented programming. With the help of classes and object, it is only triggered and loaded in the memory when objects needed, when our instance needed it. Understood? There are much more example, but this is the most important one. Why we won't use 10 functions, but we are using classes. Hope this is clear, Shashank. Okay, so let's see what self in our story. We are creating a code with an institute. We already created our class. We have a reception where we have an admission form, and filling up those form is known as init. So what is self here? So each student has their own data. That's what I was giving the example. Rahul.name will be stored differently. Priya.name will be stored differently. Even their age and their courses stored differently. That is with the help of self. And self is nothing but each student has their own data. As being, when I was student, I have my own data. Being a learner or student, you have your own data. So it should store separately. Okay, understood? So let's see the code. We have same code over here, class student. Then def init self name age, same thing. Yeah, self dot name is name, age and course. Self bind data to this instance. For example, why we are doing this? For each object, for example, Rahul is our object, Priya is an object, Shashan is our object, XYZ are our objects. So each object should have their different name, should, or they must have their different name, and they will be having their different name, ages and courses. That's why this 3 line is there. So cell.name equals to name means separately it will store Rahul, separately it will store Priya, separately it will store Shashank. Hope this point is clear. So this is a constructor. I've also declared another method inside our class, which is def greet. And how we will be using this greet with our object, we will be seeing that code in self only. Okay, up till here I think everything is clear. If not, you can comment. So let's have something inside our greet method, or else if it execute also, we won't see any output. So to see an output, I just simply returning. Now if it is parameterized, see, this is parameter, this is my method. This is known as parameterized method or parameterized function. So this is my parameter, this is my method. So if there is a parameterized method, it should return a value. It should always return a value. But in constructor, I've already said, and I've already told you, just by heart this, constructor never returns a value. only because that is why it is a special type of function. It will never return a value. Other than that, if it is a parameterized method, it should return a value. Understood this? And this type of trickier question can be asked in interviews, so jot it down. Okay, so let's print hi. Let me quickly switch to live chat also. Meantime, I have coding, I can see your doubts. Yes. What is that you have written, Shashank? I'm not getting that word, but okay, no worries. And I study cell dot course. Okay, just simply this greet will return, means I am greeting myself. Hi, I am Nilesh and I am studying, or I will study Python. Simple. So this greet function, what it will do, it will call self dot name and refers calling the object name, means it will ultimately call Rahul only. This Rahul will go inside here, then due to help it will be, sorry, due to self dot name it will be stored in the separate place. And then how this greet will access this entire thing, so we need to pass self to the greet, means we are giving the key, to it. Simple. We are giving the key to greet method to use self, and now self is holding name, age and course. Understood how greet will access name, age and course? We are giving the key to greet method to access this three, and then if you are giving the key, then it can open the lock and access cell.name and cell.course. As simple as that. The rest is English written statement. Understood? Okay, and now we have already created the object. We are passing, we are calling the class created object and passing the data required, means name, age and course. It's the same only, we have already seen. Now printing statement, we need to print. So we have the statement inside the greet function. Now I will call this greet function. First I want to print the data of Rahul, means it will say hi, I am Rahul and I study Python. The second for Priya, so it will say hi, I am Priya and I will study data science. So let's see how we can do this. So first we need to call our objects or instance, and then with the help of dot we can call the greet method. Simple. It is a method, so never to forget the parenthesis. Understood? And same we will do for Priya dot greet, and let's save it, clear the console and execute it, and you will see hi, I'm Rahul and I'm studying Python, and hi, I'm Priya, I'm studying data science. Hope this is clear. So we have seen what is self, and in our example what it does, it stores each and every individual data individually, means separately, and how we can access those datas in different methods, and then how we can use this different methods on our instant or object and get the job done. So here our job was to greet, means to introduce the self to the class. Done. Hope the self part is also clear. Let's comment yes, 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 and then I will be proceeding. Meantime, let's see what. That is okay. Okay, next level English. Yes, palpable. I hope you are Gen Z then, because it's for me it's difficult to understand quite Gen Z things. Any which ways you have written. Okay, the others are also written clear. The concept is clear. Okay, then the next topic we will be seeing is property, and how I've doing this is I've divided this complete OOPS concept into two parts. Today we will be seeing 5 topics, 5 concept, and in the next live I will be teaching the next 5. Meantime, you need to practice this 5 because some of you know Python, some of you know coding, but others might be new to this channel or new to the coding or new to the programming. So they need to digest this all, and I don't want to go the all 10 concept in one go, and then I don't want to jump on to directly onto the mini project. We will be doing mini project together. We will be sitting and coding side by side. That's what the ultimate live is all about. But for that, I just want you all to understand inside out this all 10 topics. That's why I've divided this 10 topics into two different live. Today I will be teaching 5 topics, then I will be taking 1 or 2 days break, and then we will be meeting on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then on Wednesday we will be learning next 5 topics. How you will be going through all this concept and everything and code and what to practice, where to practice. So to do that, I've already created Discord. This is the ultimate POC to me, point of contact to me. You need to join the Discord. Here I have an announcement channel, welcome channel. So once you join it, you will be landing on this welcome channel, and in announcement I will be already providing what is the next thing, next class and when it happen. The next class will be mostly, I don't want to take that break because freshly you are learning this 5 topics. So I will be doing the next class on Monday 8 p.m. IST. Today is Saturday. I will be doing on Monday, and the next class after that will be on Wednesday, and the next class will be on the next Saturday. So everything will be I already just pre-inform everything in my Discord. So those who have already joined my Discord, they know when I'm coming live. So it's Monday, then next Wednesday, and then next Saturday. Okay. And here we have the session notes. I provide all the detailed notes in the PDF format, so you can open in your mobile devices also. And PDF is irrespective of the Android phone or Apple you are using, so you can open it and you can go through everything. So in my previous live, I've just touched the user input, and of course error handling, type conversion, and file handling and others and modules. Next class topic is next class topic is this only. We will continue the OOPS, and next class topic is much more important because we are going to see the polymorphism, encapsulation, inheritance, methods, and mini projects. So Monday we will be seeing that, but before that you need to know how to create your class, what is self, what is init, how to declare the functions, how to create an instance or an object, and how to call it. So that's what today's live is all about. Okay. And importance of joining the Discord is because after this I will be creating the PDF and sharing here. So tomorrow Sunday you can practice this all. Of course there is a doubt corner, code sharing, and also resources which I will be using any Python library, and anything in future we will be doing a data analyst, data science. There I will be using much more and ample of libraries of Python. I've never used Discord. It's simple. There is a link of the Discord. You need to click it. You need to sign it with your Gmail. It's nothing new you need to provide. Just click on the Gmail you're using, and you will be ultimately landing on the welcome page. Simple. Then here I just upload weekly challenges, and people do solve this, and they love to solve this because once you learn the concept, learning the concept won't give you the confidence that you are now call yourself a pro in Python. Oops. You need to go through the session notes I will be providing. Then you need to come here and perform the coding challenges. Once you clear this challenge, you are good enough to say that yes, I have an hands-on knowledge on this all, and you need to submit this in channel, and this is very much organized. Then we have a job hunt over here. If people are in last year and after learning Python, after becoming a Python developer, backend engineer, they want reference. I have many industry reference because I am working in industry from past several years, so I can refer them to many companies, or else I get many job links and refer links, so I will be posting those in job hunt. Okay. Here the second thing is, after Discord there is also an MCQ. So there are two things. First is session notes. After going offline, you can just refer the notes and everything. This is handy, you can open it in your mobile devices, laptop, or whatsoever you are using. Then there is a weekly challenge, the coding challenge about the topic we have studied in life. And there is one more thing, this is an MCQ. Why I have created an MCQ, means quiz, is because many companies, they, before taking the interview, they take your MCQ type of, the quiz type of interview. That is a basic normal test. If you pass those MCQ tests, then only you are eligible for the interview. So I've already created, and let me just quickly give you the link. It is simply on a codewithnm.com website, which has been created and controlled by me. This is completely free. Everything is free. Learning Live is free. Joining Discord is free. Every resource on Discord is free. My website is also free. Nothing is paid. I believe in teaching live. I believe in education should be free. And I won't be making it paid ever. Everything is free. So come here, create an account, simply just log in with your Google and just enroll here with each and everything. This will raise the bar. This will just make you more confident in Python. So there are ample of MCQ types of questions I have given, and once you attempt it, you can re-attempt it. If you, for example, there are 5 questions or there are 3 questions, you only given one correct or two correct, and you don't know the third one, you can re-attempt it. Also, it will give you the correct answer with the explanation. So this is important. So this all I have created for you all to become a software engineer. Okay, I've just given the link for my website in the chat, and I hope this is clear. So now let's jump on to the next topic, which is property. Before jumping on, I will be waiting for a few seconds. If anyone has any doubt regarding Discord or my website or any topic or anything else, I will clear it out and then I will move on. Okay. Or also, if there is a concern for the people who are not sure, that they are not understanding English, or they are not have a good hold on the English, so that's not a big issue. In MNCs, you should know 50% or 60% fluency in English. They look for your knowledge, your projects, what you have done, not for your command on speech. Okay. Okay, so let's jump on to the properties, which is the last topic of today's life. Okay. Okay, so let's come to the properties. Now this is also one of the most important topic, and we should understand what is properties and how to handle it and why it is important. Okay, so first thing first, the definition of the property. It is known as instance attribute. It is known as instance attributes. It's basically the data fields that each objects own. It is basically the data fields each objects own. For in our case, the object is Rahul. So if Rahul owns any data fields, anything, that is the property of that object. So in Python, @property is a decorator. Is a decorator. We can also use setter and getter. Now what is all this? I will be explaining you. This is a definition, that's why I'm mentioning all this, because you should know the terminology, or else you won't be able to answer this in the interview. So with the property is the decorator. It also comes with getter and setter. For example, to validate the age is positive or not. For example, no one age can be negative. can you be minus 20 age, minus 10 age, minus 1 age? It's not possible, of course. So we will be using this at the rate property, at the rate setter, or at the rate getter to check if someone by mistakenly enters minus 20, minus 10 their age. So we should have that validation in our program. Okay, so it's in our story, in our Code with an M Institute, that we are going through a storytelling and understanding this all. So the manage attributes with at the rate property. So we are managing attributes. So we are managing the different age, name, and courses, and with the these are the properties of the instance, our object, and we are setting criterias that the age can't be negative. Just an example. Okay. Okay, so let's complete the code, and then I will be jumping into explaining this in detail. The code is a bit big. For me it's not, but for someone who's first time seeing it will say, okay, this is a big code, but it is not. Okay, let me just complete the code, and then I will be explaining. Meantime, I will switch to the live chat. If anyone has any doubt regarding how to join Discord, how to use Discord, they can ask me. And let me just have this. What is this? I will be explaining to you all in a bit, but I already commented it that underscore signals use the property. So age is a property, and I'm using this inside the property itself. And why I'm doing it, just bear with me for a minute, and I will be explaining to you all. Okay. Here I will be creating age and self, and let's say its value. We will be getting the age value here, and age value, I'm just creating my own condition that age value cannot be negative. Yes, you can't be minus age in age. Your age cannot be, means it doesn't make sense. I've never heard someone saying that I'm minus 20 years. Okay, so that is an value error. We have already seen value error in previous lives, and we just directly say age cannot be negative. Okay, so if you're joining me on this live, please make sure I've already created a playlist for this complete roadmap of becoming a Python developer, a backend engineer. So make sure you go to that playlist that is on Code with an M YouTube, and just click on the playlist, and the first playlist, it's itself the one I'm talking about. And simply you just start with the first video. Okay, I'm done here, just setting this, and then this is, I'm just creating for you all to understand. We can create multiple methods, parameterized methods in one class. Simple, nothing else, nothing. Yeah. And I will be saying self dot name, and here we can just print all the things. Let's say age, and I will be calling self dot age, and again let's say course, and let's say cell dot course. Okay, then I'm done with this. We have already created Rahul object. We are passing, because here it requires name, age, and course, so we are already passing those values, name Rahul, age 20, and Python. And here I'm calling this profile. We have already seen how to call method. We have already seen in self. Here I've called the greet. The same way I have already calling Rahul dot profile, and of course I'm passing Rahul's age here differently. And then, because why I'm passing this, I need to validate this. So if this makes sense, it will again print the Rahul profile. If that doesn't make any sense, it will say value error. So let's change it, and let's say negative 21, and we will seeing the value error over here what we have created. Let's execute the program, see the output, and then I will be explaining you line wise line, word to word, what is this all about. Just hold few seconds. Okay, see, Rahul age 20, course Python, it executed very well. This is how we have printed it. The second, it's generated an error. It's directly generated an error, line 29, age Raul dot age equals to 29. It generated an error here. Now, why so? And also it raise a value error, age cannot be negative. Here this is an value error and we have created that value error, age cannot be negative. Understood? If I again make it plus, let's clear it, save it, you can see two outputs, because now it didn't went into the it didn't went into the setter, and it went, but it checked that 21 is less than 0, yes or no. Of course no, 21 is greater than 0, so it skipped all this part. It skipped all this part and directly then again interpreter come to this and executed this very well. But if the age is in negative, it will go inside it. Okay, so let's understand this. Yes, you can handle this with if and else, but there is a topic of property and setter, so I need to touch each and everything. But again, what is the difference between if and else and property and setter? This is the most important part. Of course, you can achieve same output, same thing with error handling also. You can have try an exceptional block, you can raise an error, you can also achieve this with if and else. But what is the difference between error handling or exceptional handling and if and else, and then here at the rate property and of course the setter? This should be, you should be clear in this all. Okay, so let's wait for few seconds, and if there is another doubt or else anyone want to clear anything, after that I will be explaining you this complete code, and then I will be telling you what is the difference between exceptional handling, why we are not using if and else, and why, what is the important of at the rate property and at the rate set over here. Okay, new subscriber, thank you for subscribing Code with NM and welcome to the Code with NM family. So if there is no doubt, I can jump onto the explaining the code. I will wait for a few more seconds because this is important. First of all, you need to understand why we are not doing with exceptional handling, but with at the rate property and setter. If that question arises you are on a good path. If not, we will be seeing this code and understanding first, and then we will be jumping onto the other things also. Okay. 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 Let's start with this. I hope there is no doubt because I can't see any doubt up till now. Okay. So first thing first, we have created a class. Okay, we are seeing this from now, this complete live only from last 1 hour or more than 1 hour. So we have created the constructor. Constructor is having three parameters: name, age, and course. And then why we are doing cell.name, I already explained you this all. And here we have done a little bit change. The change was the, if you see, name doesn't have that underscore, the course doesn't have that underscore, but age we have this underscore over here. Okay, this was the first change you need to see. And of course I have mentioned that underscore signals use the property, means I want to have some condition on age. That's why to pass this signal to interpreter, I'm using this underscore. And you also need to use underscore. There is nothing some separate, or why can't I use hash or anything. This is how the program has been uh, done, so we need to use underscore. This pass a signal to interpreter that at the rate property we can use age, and we can pass that age inside property. Okay, it's just simply, but we are on some party and anything, and we just do some hand sign to our friend that come over here, or let's jump to dance and anything. That's that type of signal we are talking about here only. So this signal is that only. Okay. Okay, next, let's skip this at the rate property and at the rate age and def profile, and let's directly create an object of this class. So because we have already seen this, so I'm creating the object of the class. How to create it? Rahul equals to student, and it requires name, age, and of course the course. We have passed it. Done. So easiest part we have already seen is done. Now also jump onto the def profile, because we have already seen def greet. So greet, and inside greet we were passing self. So here also same. Here in profile we are passing self. Why self? Because we need to access the name, age, and course, and this name, age, and course is inside the self itself. Self is holding the individual value of all the object and instance. So we are giving the key to the profile. The self is key to all the name, age, and courses, means all the data variables. So we are passing this key to our method or function, you can say, but method is appropriate over here. So method, and then we are printing a simple statement, means we are returning a simple statement. Okay, so I hope this is also clear. Now the major part is here. What is at the rate property and what is setter? Okay, up till now there is no doubt. If any, you can comment it right away. I will wait for a few seconds and then I will be jumping onto the at the rate. You need to understand this. It's very important part. Okay, I can't see anything here, or else if you have any doubt, just comment it down. Let me just quickly explain this. Now let's jump onto this underscore. Let's start with that underscore. I've already explained this is a signal, and the signal is passed to our uh, Python interpreter to know that we are want to do something on the age. But actually, let's the definition is that this variable age is indented for internal use. Please don't access it directly. Understood? This underscore make it indented, means intentionally we are using it for internal use. This is our internal use. This is our logic we have created. What is the logic? That we are creating one thing that it cannot be in negative. Okay, so this age is indented, means intentionally we want to use it internally inside this class. Internally inside this class. Okay, so it is not accessible outside the class without accessing the object. You can't directly access age outside this class without help of objects. Okay, understood what is this underscore is all about? So Python doesn't truly make it private. It doesn't completely become a private variable. Now what is private? So in other programming language there are access specifier that your variable or your function is public, private, or protected. So that is separate topic, but here we don't have that private, public, or protected in Python. So that's why this underscore and property and other concept is over here. So this age is not private. Private variable and function means nobody can access it. Nobody can access it. Even the instance also can't access it. So it doesn't make private. Don't think it as it this underscore make it as private. Okay, but it is a conventional. So I don't want to go into the English definition. Simply just understand it. This underscore helps our program, the interpreter or Python, to use it internally. Simple, as simple as that. Keep it simple. You will understand it much more easier. Okay. And, okay, let me quickly jump to the live chat also. Okay, so here, because now underscore age, now we can use it as a property, we can use it as a method. So here what we are creating is, we have created our own def age self. You can name it whatever you wanted, but I don't want to get confused if the program is big, so make sure you name it appropriately, that you yourself won't get confused. So we are calling at the rate property, because now this age we want to use it inside the property. So we have created our own function def age, and we are passing self because everything is inside self, so we need to provide the key. Again and again I'm saying that without passing self you won't be able to access that age. That's why we are passing self in our age method that we have created, and we are simply returning self dot underscore age. Now we have successfully converted this into property. Once this is converted into property, we can use this in setter. We can use this inside a setter. So this is known as getter. What is this known as? This is getter. Means what this at the rate property will do, getter means it will get the value of age. What this at the rate property is doing, it is a getter. It will get the value of age from our object. What is our object? Rahul is our object. Rahul has age 20. Yes, it has age 20. That age 20 will go here, come here, and the getter will get the age, which is in our case it's 20, and it will return the age. Now it will return to where? This age, this at the rate property def age is returning an age. So someone needs to get that age. So our setter will get that age. Understood it? How this program jumping here and there is going on? Okay. I will continue. I will continue. If any doubt in the live, I'm not seeing the live comment. Okay. Now setter. What this setter is doing? So setter will catch that getter has returned the age, it will catch it. And here we are saying again self, because we need to access the age, and of course value, the value which has been written from the getter, means our at the rate property. It will get it, and then here after getting it we are checking if value is less than 0, means age, that value is ultimately 20 only, so 20 is less than 0. If it is less than 0, then only this if condition will execute. Means if the condition is true, so 20 is less than 0, no, in our case it's not, so it will jump here only on the line number 19, and the value is 20. Again it will store that value in the self dot age. Understood? If it is less than 0, it will go inside this if condition and raise a value error. If not, then everything should be back to normal, means ultimately there should be 20, and then it can be used throughout the program. Okay. Let me quickly jump onto the live chat, because might be this will be a complex thing to understand. And like already Shashank, why can't we use a simple if and else? Why to complicate this all? So the answer is you can't directly access this self dot h, Shashank. This if you are not providing that key, you can't access this. Understood? So if you need to access this, you need to provide the key. What access? The properties, the name, the age and course. If you need to access this, you need to provide the self. And in if or else you can't provide this self, because they are not parameterized, they are simple conditional statement. Also in exceptional handling you can't provide this self. If you aren't able to provide the key, then you aren't able to access what is inside that room, which key are we are providing. So here the self is the key, and if we are able to access the self, then we are able to access the age. That's why this getter and setter concept has been made. Hope this clear your answer. Just write yes or thumbs up in the chat, then I will also get that you understood this. Okay. And let me mention this property is nothing but a getter. This is getter, this is setter. And in our case, let's take the real case. So we have already seen in code with an M institute. So what this underscore age is, the student age store in the our institute or school or classes internal records. It will be stored into internal records, some files and old data. And what this getter means are at the rate property. A getter is a receptionist who tells you the student age when you ask. Means if you ask your receptionist, okay, what is the age of Rahul, then this at the rate property will tell you the age, because its job is to get that value of the age. Understood? And setter, now age dot setter in our example is, setter is nothing but the administrator office who checks if the new age is valid before updating the record. So here we are updating the record. In programming, you know it, assignment value, how this assignment variable works, the values goes from right to left. Anything on the right goes left. That's why we declare something like this. For example, num1 equals to 10. So this 10 value goes inside num1. It is right to left. So if there is a new value, so new value means if I've created new value, here is the new value. First, the initially Rahul was age 20. Now 1 year he studied from Code with NM Institute. Now his new age is 21. Then again we need to check for 21 also. That's why this setter is there. Then again this function will work and value come here. It will check it is not less than 0. If it is less than, then raise an error. So this is an back office. This is an administrator office who checks if the new age we are providing, the new age we are providing is valid before updating our original Rahul's age. Original Rahul age was 20 and new age is 21. That's why the setter will take the 21, check the condition. If it is not true, then it will update, means overwrite the previous value, which was 20. Understood? Understood. This is the easiest and simplest example of getter and setter. Now I will jump on to the, okay. Okay, if everyone gets it, I will wait for few seconds. I know this, how this live works. I'm teaching 20 or 30 seconds ahead and you are getting that 20 to 30 seconds. So I will wait for your reply. If this is clear, then we can jump on to the Q&A session. Okay. Uh, I can't see any message. I think everyone is clear with this topic. So let's jump onto the Q&A session. And before doing that, let's have a proper recap of everything that we have learned, because oops is very important topic, not just in Python but in any programming language. If you understand here oops in Python, you can understand in any other programming language. It's just the syntax different. So we are learning Python, so Python has a bit different approach to oops concept. So let's have a recap fast. Okay, so first thing first, we have learned about class, and here we are learning everything in oops concept is in a story mode. So the story mode is we have creating a code with an institute or whatsoever name you want to take it. your school name, your classes name, or you want to give you some different name. Okay, so we have creating our own institute and creating it with the help of oops concept. So what is class? We have already seen it. How to declare class? We have seen it. So class is nothing but a blueprint. A blueprint, with the help of blueprint, we create buildings, we create ample of things, but the blueprints remain the same, means the basic structure of a building remain the same. The attributes of building can be different, the color of the building can be different, the floors of the building can be different. The same way, the class is only one thing and the same blueprint, but the objects can be different. There are different objects to one same class. So this is nothing but a class. Then we have jump onto the objects as in our case, we have an institute, we have open an institute, and we have take a two example. Rahul and Priya joins our institute, so they are the two objects of our class student. Understood? And they both are different, although they are objects of the same class, but due to the difference in the memory address, we have already seen this. That's why they are two different objects. They are two different and distinct from each other. So after that, we have seen the init. So what is init? It's the admission process in our story mode. For example, Rahul and Priya come to the institute. They saw someone sitting on the reception, and then on the reception they will hand the admission form. They need to fill up the form. That admission form filling is known as admission process, and in that process they need to fill their name, age, and course. That's what we have done. So we have done the init is nothing but a special type of method which is known as constructor, and in constructor we are passing name, age, and course. And what is self? I've already explained this and I will be reiterating it. So we have created an object from this our class student, and then we are passing the Rahul name and age, and of course which course Rahul is interested in. Same for the Priya, she is interested in data science, and then we are printing Rahul name and Rahul courses, and same from Priya, and we have seen the output. The one thing, the most important thing we need to remember is this constructor. This is a parameterized constructor, so it will never return a value. Its only job is to set up the object states. Okay, so these are the state of the objects, and it's the only thing, and it automatically invokes when class is called. So these are the object, we are calling the class, and once the object has been created, the default, means the special method which is known as constructor, will be invoked. Understood? Then we jump onto the self, and self is nothing but each student has their own data. Means while filling the form, Rahul will fill their Rahul and Priya will fill their name, age, and course. So their both name are different, this is a data. Their age is different, this is a data. They're interested in different courses, this is different. So that's what the self is all about. Self make this name, age, and course store differently. For example, for Rahul, uh, his data will be stored differently with the help of self, and for Priya, her data will also store differently with the help of self. So self bind the data to the instances, means this is the instance, Rahul is the instance, and it has name, age, and course, and self will bind this three things differently. For Priya, it's also the different. And then we have created our own method named greet, means greeting. They are coming to the class and they are greeting themselves. And of course we need to pass the self. Why? Because the self is the key to access name, age, and course. So we are passing self, and then we are just returning a simple string statement saying, hi, I am cell.name, which is, in our first case it's Rahul, and I study cell.coach, which is Python. So the output will be, hi, I'm Rahul and I study Python. And for Priya, it's, hi, I'm Priya and I study data science. So this is what self was all about. And then we have jumped to the properties, and in properties it's manage attributes with property. For an example, sometimes filling the form, few of the data might the students can fill up the wrong data. For example, they by mistakenly fill the age in the negatives. So this is what all about, how we can handle the exception. This is the exception, that your age cannot be negative. It's the funnier thing, we never gave a thought on this, but in the real world we need to think on it, that your account balance cannot be negative, or else this cannot be negative, the age cannot be negative, the building floors cannot be negative. You say below ground level, you never say -1 or -2. I don't want to, I do want to go on -10th floor. You don't say like this. We all say we need to go below ground level. So that's what we use in English statement. So what is properties? It's manage attributes. Here are attributes. Here we don't want the age should be negative, so we are addressing it. How we are addressing it? With the help of properties. That is nothing but getter and setter. Because if Rahul and Priya is studying with the code within an institute, and after a year Rahul age will, if Rahul is initially 20, it will he will be 21. But by default, if he enters minus 21, which is not possible, so we need to handle it. So updating the data in a midway or after a year or after a few while, and we are only updating Rahul's age, and that's what we want after 1 year. So that's how we use the getter and setter. To use it, first we need to just give a sign to Python, our code, or the Python interpreter, that this is the property, we need to do something over it. What we are doing it, that's the below code. But yeah, so with the help of underscope, we are signaling that we will be using this age property and we are doing something with it. So this @ property is nothing but getter, means here we are getting the value of this age, and we have created our own method, that's name age self, and return cell dot underscore age. And then in the setter we are doing our logic part. So we are getting the, we are first providing the key to access the age and then the value, and we are checking the condition. If it is negative, we are raising an exception called value error, and age cannot be negative, simple. And if the value is in positive, it's greater than 0, then we are updating that value. This assignment, how this assignment work in programming is right to left, like num1 equals to 10, so 10 goes into the left num1. So this is the scenario. The value equals to cell dot age. The updated value means 22, now it's 21. 21 will be stored in cell dot age, as simple as that. And then we created this, and simply we printed first initial values of Rahul, and after 1 year updated the age and printed it. So below is the output. This was a complete recap. So if anyone has any doubt up till now, they can ask, or in few minutes I will be winding up this live. And if you want to connect with me, I've already posted the Discord link. Let me just quickly post it again, because all the session notes of this live I will be providing, as I already provided my previous live session notes in PDF in Discord. So make sure you join the Discord. If you don't know how to join the Discord, it just click on the link and log in with your Gmail, and then you're on the Discord. Simple. Discord is very simple to use. It's nothing complex. Why join to Discord? This is the POC to me. As simple as that. So join the Discord, and then after joining, you need to introduce yourself, like everyone has already done. Hi guys, I'm Shashank, and I have people from all around the world. So you will get a network, and most important thing in the real world is the your networking. So it's the ultimate code within a family, and we are creating that for you all, that you can communicate with each other. Here I will be posting all the coding challenges, the session notes, the resources, and everything to make you market ready software engineer. So I think there is no doubt. So I will wait for a few more minutes. And of course, we also need to do the MCQ part. So for that, you need to visit codewithnm/quiz. Let me just quickly post that also in the chat, and make sure you come to my website codewithnm. Here you can, after learning this all topics of object oriented, just come here, and this is like an a simple exam pattern. Nobody is judging you and nobody is scoring on you this. So just try and attempt, and if you fail, also you can reattempt it. Once you fail, you will get all the answers. If you fail, I'm saying, I don't want you to fail, I just want you to succeed in life. So but if any of the MCQs you have given the wrong answer, you will get the right answer and explanation there and there only, and nobody will be seeing your score and how many times you have attended this. You only know yourself, and this is completely free. Discord is completely free, learning live is completely free. So make sure everything is free. You just need to invest your time and your dedication to be a market ready software engineer. I'm dedicated to make you market ready software engineer, but you yourself needs to do the hard part for yourself, of course, if you want to succeed in life. Okay, so I've already pinged the Discord link and of course the my website link, and I've already created multiple basic exam time questions, so make sure you attempt it. And of course in weekly challenge I post all the coding challenges over here, so this is a best practice. So in once you sit in the interview after joining the Discord, the community, and also giving the quiz, you will be a smart enough, confident enough to crack the interview, because this is a roadmap I've created for you all. Okay, so I can't see any doubt in the comment section, means the concept is clear. So let's wind this off, and hope this is clear to you, or if not, you can watch this live. I will make this live available in offline, and it is already there in the playlist, so you can go through this live again. So I'm on mission to make you market ready software engineer, and code with precision, ship with vision. Subscribe now and join the mission. I will see you in the next live. Till then, bye.